Mai boleh start tak?
Boleh.
Okay. Okay, good morning everyone. Actually, I couldn't see you all, but I just assume all of you are there. So we're going to start our sharing today. It's about essential terms on this tenancy agreement. So the whole sharing will be quite simple because I tried to make it easier understanding for all people. Okay. Okay, so the first slide will be tenancy or lease. So every time we heard about what is tenancy or what is lease, then actually there are differences. The most important differences would be as you can see here, registrable interest. That means tenancy, whenever the durations or the contract terms is less than 3 years, then it will be called tenancy. If more than 3 years, then we will call lease. So lease agreement or tenancy agreement. So for lease agreement, as you can see, more than 3 years, if you are leasing the whole piece of land, then maximum 99 years. Or if you are leasing part of the land, then maximum the lease term would be 30 years. This is the important part that I said, registrable interest. Tenancy not capable of registration, and lease you must. So lease was one of the 4 dealings that you must register with land office. So whenever you submit your registration to PTG, then your lease will be reflect on your land title. So it's like transfer, easements, and also this charge. It will be reflected. So when you did a land search, you can see whether there's a lease created under the title. But for tenancy, since it's under no more than 3 years, so you couldn't check whether it's the property had been rented to anyone. Documentation-wise, tenancy by any written instruments in any form or even by oral. Then for lease, you need to submit this Form 15A. For registration, right? So this is tenancy and lease differences. Okay, next essential terms of tenancy agreement. Okay, first party details. Quite simple for straightforward. Landlords, you need to insert their names, where they live, tenants, and all that. Then for companies, you need to prepare all this. Normally we prepare all this memorandum. Article of associations. Form B is where the company having any changes, particulars and all that. Form 24. Form 24 is regarding the share capital. So for some of the tenancy or some of the lease agreement, the landlord might require this Form 24. If let's say their capital is less than the total rent of the term, then they will require maybe a guarantee, bank guarantee, and all that. Form 49 is all the details of these directors, their secretaries, and also their directors, secretaries, and partners. Okay, then also we request a CTC copy of business registration certificates, IC, then rubber stamps. Okay, next properties details. So as usual, type of demands premises, unit number, address, you insert whatever you can. Then lettable area. So are you renting a room or are you renting the whole unit? Then you need to make it clear in the tenancy agreement. Next would be permitted use of purposes. So as we can see, there are a lot of there are many types of property in KL or in Malaysia. So there are SOFO, SOWO, and all that. So SOHO is what office? Home office, small office, home office. So you need to state what's the purpose for the renting. Is it for only residential or is it for commercial purpose or both? Then here comes to this fixtures and fitting listing. So this is quite important because normally in the tenancy agreements, there will be a clause stating that it will be as is right is basis. So when you saw that as is right is basis, then we would encourage, especially if you are tenant, jika you sewa rumah tu, so that we will try to have these fixtures and fittings so that just prevent any arguments in case of any dispute. All right. Okay. The easier part. Okay, here comes to rental clause. Okay, rental clause, definitely every tenancy agreement, so you have this clause. Then there are a few questions. How much is the rental? When to make payment? Mode of payment and late payment interest. So how much is the rental? So inside the tenancy agreement, normally you can see two ways. Is it lump sum payment or monthly payment, or is it advance payment, advance rental? So that means maybe you need to pay 3 months advance or 1 month advance rental. Then when to make payment? When to make payments, we also need to make it clear that is it upon or on or before 1st of each calendar month, or maybe 7 of each calendar month. So you need to make clear when you need to make the payment. Mode of payment, by cash, by bank guarantee, by direct transfer and all that. Late payment interest, so if any late payment, then how many percent per annum you're going to pay to the landlord. All right, rental clause. Next, rental term clause. This came to the duration of the rental. So that means to determine what is the duration of the initial rental, that means one term, 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. So it depends, but tenancy, because less than 3 years, so maximum 3 years. So it can be 2 + 2 or 3 3. So it would depends. So you need to make it clear. One term having how many years in one term. Then also you need to, when you come to this leasing agreement or tenancy agreement, especially this if you are renting commercial premises or shop lots, then you can see all these 4 things. You need to differentiate. It might be confusing. So the first will be tenancy commencement date, handover date, rent commencement, and also fit up period, renovation period. So tenancy commencement date should be the earliest date. That means normally it will be a stamping date or the execution date. So this will be the earliest date amongst all these. Then handover date will be when you sign the tenancy agreement, then you submit the required documents. For example, you pay the renovation deposits, so that the landlord will only hand over the premises for you for renovation. So normally during this after handover period, we call this fit up period or renovation period. So that means normally you won't need to pay rent during this period. Maybe you have 2 months or 3 months. It depends on the complexity or how big is your property. Then maybe you have 2 months, 3 months free. After the renovation periods, then it comes to rent commencement dates. That means this date you need to start paying the rent. So it's not start paying the rent since rent commencement date. It's not from tenancy commencement date. So just to differentiate all these dates, if you encounter all these. Then deposits clause, security deposits, utilities deposits, mailbox deposits. And also, okay, I need to highlight these two, renovation deposit and also restoration deposits. So we came to this lease agreement for Satya. So they have this clause, renovation deposit. That means once you sign the agreement, once you sign the tenancy agreement, then you will need to pay the renovation deposits. Then so normally, for normal situations, the landlord will return the renovation deposits after the renovation. But there are clauses where renovation deposit can convert into restoration deposits. That means the landlord won't return you the renovation deposit. They will keep the restoration deposits until the expiry of term. That means after the tenancy expired or you choose not to renew your tenancy, you need to reinstate the whole premises. So only after you reinstate the whole premises, then the landlord will refund you this restoration deposits. All right. Then next come to this top up of deposit after deduction. So this is a situations where, for example, you cause any damages which you fail to remedy the damages. So the landlord will be entitled. They can deduct any expenses they have spent from your deposit. Then after that, you will need to top up the deposits to the equivalent amounts which have been deducted, and also increase in deposit. So this happens. This normally happens when during the renewal terms. When the renewal terms, the rental going up, then the deposit will increase accordingly. So you will need to top up the deposits. All right. Then renewal clause. Okay, renewal clause. This is where we came into 2+2, 3+3, or 1+1, or 1+2. You will need to have this. You will need to have this renewal clause. But renewal clause, there's a case, King's Motor Oxford Limited case. So especially when we are drafting the renewal clause, there are 3 things that we need to ascertain. Because in this King's Motor case, the court held that the renewal clause was void because of they did not ascertain, the parties did not ascertain the renewal terms rental. So they just drafted the clause as the renewal rental clause to be agreed by the parties in future. So because it's uncertain, then the court helps the renewal clause is void. So there are 3 things here. What terms from current agreement to be included in renewal terms, or how rental to be decided, and also option to renew exercise. So ABC, I have make it in ABC. So the first thing, is it, if for your renewal term, that means 3+3 or 2+2, the later 2 or later 3, whether they will be subjected to the same clause and conditions or such other terms. That means the landlord can add on any clauses they wanted if you choose to renew. So you need to be clear. See whether when you sign the tenancy agreement, was the landlord entitled to add any new clauses or impose any new clauses. All right, then how rental to be decided. Okay, how rental to be decided. Any capping of rental for renewal terms. So normally they will impose a capping of increase of this rental. For example, after you completed your 3 years tenancy, then you decided, hey, I want to extend for another three years. Then there will be a capping. So maximum the landlord can maybe, or it depends on how what's the amount. So maximum they can increase 10% of the rental of the preceding rental, or shall subject to prevailing market rates. So you need to know lah. So whether your next term will be increased, you can anticipate how much was the increase. All right. Then option to renew exercise. So this is very important because it can be automatically renewed or discretion of the party. So this is a sample clauses. You can see here, subject to the landlord having received the return. Then I have highlighted 2 things. In these clauses, we got all the 3 elements. So the most important thing is you can see the landlord shall or may extend the tenancy. So this is very important. The landlord shall, that means if the tenant said, I want to extend, that means the landlord must extend. All right. If the landlords, if the clause said the landlord may, that means even you wanted to extend, then the landlord have their choice, because the wording is may. They have a choice. Then in this clause, you have also the elements capping here. So prevailing market rates with a maximum capping of 10%. So a valid renewal clause should be drafted like this, having all the 3 elements. All right, renewal clause. Okay. Next, tenants covenants clause. So what should tenants do, or what they should do or what they should not do? So simple, straightforward. House rules or bylaws, upkeep of cleanliness, permitted use, insurance. So insurance, you need to take notes of these insurance clauses. So if you did anything which will affect the landlord's insurance, so for example, the landlord was paying 10,000 per month for the insurance premium, but because you are using the property for dangerous activities or some things which affects the insurance premiums payable by the landlords, then you will need to compensate the landlord. So this is insurance, payment of rents, in utilities, upkeep and maintenance. Then I would like to highlight the subletting and reletting. Okay, subletting is where tenants subletting the property. That means you rent the whole unit, then you sublet the small rooms or medium rooms to the others. That's called subletting. Then reletting here, that means you choose not to renew the tenancy. That means after 2.5 years, then you choose you tell the landlords you are not going to renew. Then this reletting clauses would drafted like you will need to allow the landlord to enter into premises because for the viewing of the premises by the potential sublet, whether there was a reletting. That means you need to allow the landlord to come in if any potential tenants are coming in to have a view on the property. So tenants covenants, here comes to landlord's covenants clause. Same, paying all cukai tanah, cukai pintu, maintenance fee, all bear by the landlords. Then maintaining fire insurance, quiet enjoyment. Then I would like highlight a bit on this maintenance clause and remedy period clause, because normally the landlord covenants they have this maintenance clause. That means if any normally on this structure of the buildings that we need to remedy the damages and all that, then we will need to put in a remedy period clause. That means if you look at the clause, the landlord fails to execute such within 14 days, then the tenant may execute such repairs. That means if the landlords refuse to repair, then you can repair for on behalf of this landlord, then you can withhold the rental or you can deduct the expenses from the rental. So if you are a tenant, then this is important. So because there are quite a lot of argues, for example, leaking or some major damages. All right, then they will start to argue lah. Okay, next, can a tenant stop paying rental if landlord fails to perform his duty? Let's say it's, the ceiling was leaking. Then you keep the landlord for 1 month. Then the landlord refused to repair or just ignore. Then in this case, JR Link's education consultant, the court said yes, the tenant actually can have the rights to withhold. So maksudnya you tak perlu bayar rent jika landlord tu dia tak perform lah obligation dia dalam tenancy tu. Tapi ada satu condition saja, you boleh tak bayar tu, you boleh withhold provided you suffer genuine losses. So I had highlighted the genuine losses in red. So as long as you can prove, okay, sebab you tak fixkan leaking tu, semua kitchen appliances saya dah rosak, jadi you nak prove lah genuine losses. Bukan senang-senang saja you boleh withhold this rental. Okay, next, diplomatic clauses. This I think would concern those landlords. You ada rumah, you nak rent kepada students ke expatriates. So this will be usually applied to TA for lease of 12 months or longer. So maksudnya orang ni dia dari Jepun, dari Korea, dia dah datang sini, tapi dia bagi tahu, saya datang sini saya kerja, tapi jika saya kena fired atau jika saya kena transfer, saya boleh terminate tenancy agreement ni. Okay, so when you drafted this diplomatic clause, 3 things you need to consider. what counts as sufficient notice? Maksudnya, okay, jika you kena fired ke, you kena transfer ke, you mesti nak bagi ni documentary evidence. You nak tunjuklah letter. You kena you ditransfer. Then compensation that tenant must provide if insufficient notice was given. So maksudnya dia hanya bagi tahu saja, saya kena fired atau saya kena transfer. Dia tak boleh bagi apa-apa proof. Jika situation macam ni, you nak baca clause tu, security deposit kena forfeit ke, atau dia nak perlu bayar semua amount remaining remaining terms tu. Okay, and also last thing lah, reimbursement. So selalunya sebab jika you sewa rumah kan, okay, you akan bagi agents tu 1 tahun 2 tahun, sebab dia difference kan. Jika tenants tu dia sewa 2 tahun, agent fee tu higher. Tapi let's say ni orang ni dia hanya he only rent for 6 months lah. He only rent for 6 months, then actually you are you make loss because of you paid higher agent fees. So you need to make it clear here whether the tenant will need to compensate you on this agent fee. Okay. This is right of first refusal clause. This is very important. So especially those who are renting a property for long terms, maybe 10 years or 20 years. So one day the landlord comes to tell you, hey, I'm going to sell off my property. So with this clause, the landlord will need to offer to you first. So okay, saya nak jual property, I nak tanya you dulu, you nak beli ke tak nak? Okay, let's say I offer you 500 ribu. You have two choices. It's either you buy the property or you refuse. So if you refuse, dia akan jual kepada third party kan. Third party tu masih akan subject to your tenancy. Maksudnya dia tak boleh halau you walaupun dia jual kepada third party lah. Okay, then I put a note there. Landlord cannot later sell the third party on more favorable terms. Maksudnya apa? Okay, sekarang I offer you, saya jual property ni kepada you 500 ribu. You tak nak beli kan? Lepas tu I jual kepada kawan I 200 ribu saja. Jadi dia tak boleh buat macam ni. Jika biasanya right of first refusal clause ni, dia akan protect tenancy. Maksudnya dia nak turunkan harga, dia nak offer you satu kali lagi. Saya sekarang nak jual 200 ribu, you nak beli ke tak nak? Okay, so this is right of first refusal clause. Okay, the most important clause in the tenancy agreement, termination clause. Okay, in practice, let's say it's, your tenancy term was 2 years, then normally there will be a clauses saying that, okay, you can only terminate after 1 year, minimum 1 year lah. Okay, then this is a sample clauses I put in here. The tenant is not entitled to terminate this agreement during the period of this agreement, or maybe during the first year of this tenancy. So in event of a breach, landlord is entitled to forfeit lah. So dia boleh forfeit your security deposit. Also you need to pay lah. For example, your tenancy agreement 2 tahun, tapi 6 bulan you nak cabut dah. You tak nak rent dah. Okay, jadi you perlu bayar yang remaining 6 bulan tu. Okay, sebab minimum 12 bulan lah. So you need to pay the remaining. So bukan saja you, tak apalah, itu security deposit, I bagi saja, I tak payah bayar apa-apa lagi. So ini sangat penting, remaining period specified as liquidated damages. Termination clause. Okay, selalunya kami akan tanya dua soalan. Okay, termination clauses. Okay, jika saya nak terminate during first year, boleh tak? Atau betul ke saya nak pay the remaining months of tenancy? Maksudnya, okay, selalu, okay, saya rent satu rumah ni, saya bagi tahu, saya tak nak rent. You forfeit I bayar deposit sah. Boleh tak? Landlord tu dia sue you untuk remaining. So dalam Berjaya case ni court held that yes, the tenant is liable to pay the remaining rental. Maksudnya dia boleh, maksudnya tenant boleh, landlord boleh sue you untuk for the remaining terms. Okay, so you need to read carefully lah all these clauses. Okay, then in this Berjaya case the defendant claim another point. kenapa landlord tu dia mesti I bayar yang remaining terms tu? Kenapa dia tak boleh mitigate losses dia? Dia boleh cari tenant yang baru. Jadi saya tak perlu bayar yang remaining tu lah. Whenever dia cari tenant yang baru, jadi I bayar yang period yang dia dah dapat tenant tu. Jadi from this case, the judge referred to a case called White and Carter. Judge view that when only one party chooses to terminate, maksudnya tenant tu terminate lah, other party can either accept and sue for damages or refuse termination, continue with contract. And also Section 75 Contract Act 1950. So you can see clearly here, if a clause in contract, dia dah specifies, maksudnya jika you terminate contract, you nak bayar saya amount ni, saya tak perlu prove actual losses. Okay, so these termination clauses actually made a quite big impact on this tenancy. Okay, next, can landlord kick or lock the tenant up for not paying? Maksudnya you sewa rumah tu, tenant you tak bagi, you boleh tak tukar lock ke, halau dia keluar ke? Okay, the answer is no. Okay, what should you do then? Okay, you can only do one thing. So you can only get a court order. You can only recover the possessions under this specific relief act. Then I list down a bit of this legal process which suggested. Okay, jika dia tak bayar sewa, okay, first you file a notice, ask the tenants to pay. If he refuse, then you send a notice lah, a letter saying that you're going to terminate this tenancy, then file a suit to obtain a court order. So there are three types of court orders. Judgment debt order, distress order. Distress order ni maksudnya court dia akan appoint satu bailiff. Bailiff tu dia akan masuk property ni, dia akan seize semua goods atau assets dia. Lepas tu dia akan jual untuk bayar whatever due to you lah. Then also eviction order to evict to allow the tenants out from the demise premises. Alright. Okay. Then other clauses. Landlord rights to assign, novates, or transfer clause. That means landlords have the rights. You need to differentiate this clause with the right of first refusal. So this is where landlords, for example, they draw building. Let's say you don't have the right of first refusal, then whether the landlords can assign or novate this. Maksudnya landlord you akan tukar lah. Okay, landlord you akan tukar, but subjected to the terms and conditions of this tenancy agreement. Then those general clauses, representations, late payment. Then guarantor clause. Guarantor clause, it only happens when, like what I just said before. So if let's say if you are a company or your capital, your market capital is less than the total, that means they are worried. Some sort of the landlord, they are worried. Okay, since your capital was so less, so I need a guarantor to protect. So if let's say it's any default, then the guarantor we need to pay lah. We need to pay to the landlord. Exclusion of liability clause and boilerplate clauses. Okay, so okay, so we did all the I explained all the clauses are the essential terms in this tenancy agreement. Then stamp duty calculation and legal fees. So biasanya stamp duty tu bear by tenant. Then legal fees bear by each respective their own lah. Okay, stamp duty calculation sebenarnya senang saja. Okay, 2 point saja. Okay, jika annual rental lah, you mesti ingat lah. You need to take note this annual rental. Maksudnya, if 2,400, then there will be no stamp duty. Okay. So maksudnya 200 lah. Let's say your rental is 200 satu bulan you tak perlu bayar apa stamp duty. Lepas tu ni, okay, let's say this is a formula. You can see here, this is a formula. Okay, if you are renting a property for 3,000 ringgit per month for 2 years, so because the first 2,400 is free ma, so annual rental below 2,400 no stamp duty ma. So 1 bulan 3,000, 12 annual rent, maksudnya 12 bulan. So 12 bulan times 3,000, 36K minus the free 2,400, then divide by 250. All right, then you times 2 years lah. So you need to see here. Oops. Okay, you need to see here berapa tahun your terms. Less than 1, then you times 1. Then it's between 1 and 3, then you times 2 lah. Okay, so the total will be 270 ringgit. So sebab sebenarnya stamp duty ni kurang daripada ni ya, 270, tapi sebab HDN tu dia tak nak send semua tu, jadi dia akan convert. Maksudnya sebenarnya amount ni yang biru ni dia 3,600, tapi dia nak convert masuk 33,750. Maksudnya buatkannya tak ada sen. Jadi amount tu akan jadi 270 lah. Okay. Legal fee calculation. Senang je. First 10,000 rental, 25% we can charge. Subjected to a minimum fee lah, 300. Then next 90,000, 10% of monthly rent. If more than 100,000 is your rental, then negotiable on the excess. Shall not excess more than 10%. So this is a legal fees calculation. Okay, a bit of out of topic. This is Residential Tenancy Act, which proposed by this National Housing Department. They are planning this would come into effect, or they are still in process of drafting this act. So in coming 2 years, the first thing they would like to assist, you can see here the act will assist us in determining the affordable rent based on locations. So they will be setting a database system. So telling that they are trying to help those B40 and M40 groups. They will have analysis and also database telling you which area the rental costs how much and all that. So, and also you can see here, point number 3, they propose to set up a tribunal for dispute between landlord and tenants. So currently we have this industrial court tribunal for these employment matters. Then they are now planning to set up a new tribunal to settle all this dispute between landlord and tenant. Okay, so what is our conclusion? Simple saja. Okay, just there's no standard tenancy agreement. Selalunya you sewa rumah, okay, tak perlu baca lah, standard sajalah, sign saja. Janji you bayar sewa saja boleh. Okay, jadi there's no standard clauses. I would say there are a lot of traps. If you ask me to draft on behalf of landlord or tenant, then I will be very biased. I mean biased to our clients. So baca dulu, jika tak faham, I boleh tolong, tapi I akan bagi diskaun juga lah. Okay, that's all.